Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back in action. This is your brother Abdunur, who will be taking for you mathematics of high school. Tonight we are going to continue from where we were. Remember, we have discussed about algebraic, which is paper 1 questions, okay? But for tonight, we'll be discussing about word problems related to algebraic for your information. And of course, if you have been taking part in our previous sessions, I'm sure 100% you'll enjoy a lot, okay? Now let's start without wasting time. We're gonna start our live class because it's gonna help you, okay? Wherever you are in this local country called Kenya, I'm sure 100% you'll be enjoying with us. It's very, very easy and very, very welcoming. So these questions are questions that will come during the national exam, that is KCSE, and of course it is a poll method, okay? It usually starts our innocent students in school, but I'll try my best, okay, to help you. Let me start with the first example. Let me start with the first example for reflection. So this will be our example 1. Okay? So we are discussing about paper 1 questions. Okay? This is what we're going to discuss about. Okay? Basically from algebraic. Okay, let's see this one. Example 1. This is our example 1. We are told 3 years ago, Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. Full stop. Then you're told in 2 years' time, in 2 years' time, the sum of their age will be, the sum of their ages will be 62. Full stop. So this is 62 full stop. Determine their present age. Determine their present age. When you encounter such kind of questions in KCSE or any other exam, okay? Let me fuel for us this one. Okay? When you encounter such kind of questions in national exams, okay, like KCSE, you need to take time, okay? Understand the nature of the question, then after that, then you go ahead with your calculations, okay? You are told 3 years ago, Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. So remember, in algebraic we have questions that are related, past questions that are related to the future without talking about the present, okay? When you look at this question now, look at this question. 3 years ago, so that's past. You are told 3 years ago, Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. Then in 2 years' time, look at that. We are relating the past with the future without passing the present, okay? But we need to go, okay? When we encounter such kind of questions in national exam, do you know what you're going to do? We actually go in sequence. So if they have started from the past like this situation now, we need to pass the present, okay? So how are we going to tackle such kind of question? Because you're told 3 years ago Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. In 2 years' time, the sum of their age will be, look at that. They are not talking about the present. So here, remember we are talking about 2 characters. We are talking about what? Juma and Ali. So I will come here. Juma, Ali. So let's say past, because we don't talk about past. You are told 3 years ago, Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. Let 3 years ago Ali be X years old. Okay? Then when you come to this guy, we are talking about past here, don't forget. We are talking about past. Now for Juma, he will be 3 times because you are told 3 years ago, Juma was 3 times as old as Ali. So we are going to talk about the past, okay? We are going to do a comparison in the past, okay? We are told 3 years ago. So what are we going to do? Juma, Ali. So let the age of Ali 3 years ago be px, and that of Juma will be 3x, okay? Because we are told Juma is 3 times as old as Ali. Let's come to the present, okay? When I come to the present, look here. My present will be this guy now. Remember, this was 3 years ago. When we come to the present, this will be 3x plus 3 because they said 3 years ago. For us to come to the present, what are we going to do? We will add 3, okay? Add 3 here. Add also 3 here because these 2 guys were growing, okay? So this is the present. We are coming to the present. Just understand here. We are from past coming to the present, okay? Then after that, look here, in 2 years' time, that is future. So I'll say future now. In 2 years' time, this guy will be 3x plus 5. 5 from where? 5, 3 plus 2, you just understand. Okay, because you are in high school, you cannot write things as if you are in nursery. So this 5 you should not be confusing. Because we need to get that age in 2 years' time. That's in the future. So we'll add 2 to each. Yeah? Here it will be x plus 3. Sorry, x plus 5. Yeah? Sorry, this is x plus 5. Remember, we are saying plus 5 because we are going to the future. So we are adding. Remember, we left the future. No, we left the past. Sorry, we come to the present. Then we have to proceed to the future because we are told in 2 years' time the sum of their ages will be 62. So what are we going to do now? We are going to say, okay, come here. We are going to say 3x plus 5 plus x plus 5. 3x plus 5 plus x plus 5 is equal to 62. So I will have 4x plus 10 is equal to 62. Take this one to the other side. 4x is equal to 62 minus 10. So it will be 4x is equal to 52. Divide both sides by 4. Okay. Cancel. So x what? X is 13. X what? 13. Okay. What is this 13? Ask yourself. That is the age of Ali, okay, 2 years ago. Okay, just understand. Because we say this is the past, okay? For us to come to the present, because this is 13 years. He was 13 years old 2 years ago. This guy was what? 39 years old. Why are we saying 3 times 13? Because we have 3x. So we are told determine their present age. So I will come here. This is the present age, okay? For now, present age. Present age. Juma is what? 3x plus 3. Which is now, we know that is 3 times x, which is 13, plus 3. So it will give me 39 plus 3. Okay, that is for 2 years. Okay, what about this guy? Come to the present. Now, Ali is what? X plus 3, which is 13 plus 3. So that is 16 years. Please understand the nature of this question, okay? Determine their present age. That's what you're told. Very, very well coming, okay? Very, very easy. Just understand, okay? This is very, very easy. So we have the past, the present, and the future. Just understand, which is very, very easy, okay? I hope you are digesting. Okay? Then what we're going to do is we are going to see another example here on the whiteboard. Let's come here. This will be our example 2. The told Amina is 3 times as old as Jesna. Amina is 3 times as old as Jesna, full stop. Amina is 3 times as old as Jesna, full stop. In 5 years' time, in twice. Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. What's Amina's age now? What is Amina's age now? Question mark. Look at this question. Very, very welcoming, okay? Very, very easy. Look at this question. What matters is, remember in primary we said there are those questions of algebraic that requires sentence inversion, okay? We need to invert the sentence, okay? Without actually interrupting the grammatical part, okay? Now, if you encounter such kind of question, what are you going to do? Look at this question. These are the kind of questions that requires you to do what you normally call reversing the statement, okay? Like this situation here, you're told Amina is 3 times as old as chestnut. So we are talking about the present, okay? Okay. So here we'll have Amina and chestnut. These are the 2 characters. Okay? Let me write chestnut here. Chestnut. Now we are told Amina is 3 times. So let the age of chestnut be x. So Amina obviously will be 3x. Please understand this. Because we told Amina is 3 times as old as chestnut. So if chestnut's age is x, then Amina will be 3 times, okay? 3x. Chestnut, okay? Then in 5 years' time, let's go. In 5 years' time, that's in the future, so we add. So this will also be x plus 5. You are told in 5 years' time, Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. Now the question here is, we don't have the sum of their ages. How are we going to answer such kind of question? So we need to reverse the statement, okay? Where they say that in 5 years' time, Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. We can also say like this. In 5 years' time, the age of Amina will be equal to twice the age of chestnut. Look at that statement. Test that language, please. Because they said in 5 years' time, Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. Then we need to reverse. What are we going to say? In 5 years' time, the age of Amina will be equal to twice the age of chestnut. Look at that statement. Very straightforward. They said in 5 years' time, Amina will be twice as old as chestnut. Just understand that? That's what they say. We reverse by saying, in 5 years' time, the age of Amina will be equal to twice the age of chestnut. So we're going to say, the age of Amina, which is x, 3x plus 5, will be equal to 2 into x plus 5, twice the age of chestnut. Understand this? So it will be 3x plus 5, 3x plus 5 is equal to 2x plus 10. Collect the like terms. So it will be 3x minus 2x. Take this to this side. It's equal to 10 minus 5. So I will have x is equal to 5. X is what? X is 5 for information. X is 5. What were you told? What's Amina's age now? Amina. You know that Amina is equal to what? 3x. Because Amina is 3 times. So it will be 3 times 5, which is 15 years. That is the age of Amina. Okay, look at that. We need to invert. Okay? And unless or otherwise you invert, my friends. Unless or otherwise you invert the sentence. Invert, yeah? Not revert, sorry. Unless or otherwise you invert the sentence without interrupting the grammatical part, you will never get this answer, okay? Okay? You cannot get the answer to that question. Now, let's see another question, okay? Let's see another question, okay? Let's see this one. The third example. This will be our example 3. Okay? Let's see our example 3, guys. You can write that one, okay? If you are with me, make sure you write that one. Okay. Eric is twice as old as Jared. Look at this one. Remember, this we are dealing with paper 1 questions, okay? You are told Eric is twice as old as Jared. Full stop. This is full stop, yeah? The sum of their ages 10 years ago. The sum of was 19 years. Was what? What is Jared's age now? What is Jared's age now? Question mark. Let's see this kind of question, yeah? During KCSE for information, okay? I know there is not a problem, but I hope we can still go ahead, okay? Let's go ahead and see. Actually, we are going to solve such kind of question for information, okay? Let's go, guys. Let's go and see. I know this not a problem, but I hope we can go ahead and see how we are going to tackle such kind of question during our national exam, okay? Now you are told Eric is twice as old as Jared. Full stop. That's a complete statement. Then you are told the sum of their age 10 years ago was 19. What is Jared's age now? Okay? That's what you are told. Read the question. Eric is twice as old as Jared. Full stop. The sum of their age 10 years ago was 19 years. What is Jared's age now? So how are we going to solve such kind of question? Now let's come and say solution. We have these two characters, Eric and what? Jared. You have these two characters, okay? Let me add ink here. Okay. Let's go, guys. Guys, let's go. Look at this question. Eric is twice as old as Jared. So this is what you're going to do for information. And this is how you're going to tackle. These are two characters. So Eric is twice as old as Jared. Let Jared be X. So Eric is what? 2X. Twice. 2 times the age of what? Of Jared. So what I'm going to do? Then let's go ahead. You're told the sum of their age 10 years ago was 19. So 10 years ago is the past. So this guy was 2x minus 10. This was x minus 10. 10 years ago we subtract. So the sum of their age was what? 19. So I'll say 2x minus 10 plus x minus 10 is equal to 19. So 3x minus 20 is equal to 19. 3x is equal to 19 plus 20 because this minus, take it to the other side. So 3x is equal to 39. Divide both sides by 3, cancel. So x is equal to what? 13. X what? X is 13. So you're told what is Jared's age now? Yeah, Jared is what? Is 13 years. So you're going to say Jared is 13 years old. Period. Jared is what? 13 years old. That's how we're going to tackle such kind of question in KCSE. Okay. Now let's see another question. Of course, this question will also help you. This is example 4. Okay? Let's see our example 4. This will be our example 4, guys. Okay? You can see this. reflection of light over there. So this is how I will write it here for your information. Let me write it here. Example 4. So you're told in 10 years time, a mother will be twice. A mother will be twice as old as her son. Will be twice as old as her son. Full stop. If the sum of their age should be, if the sum of their age will be if the sum of their age will be 60 years, comma, find the mother's age now. Find the mother's age now. Full stop. Okay, look at this question. You know, these guys are trying to confuse your brain. But these questions are straightforward. These are private questions. Okay? But these are the kind of questions that will come during national exam, okay? In cases. And of course, they will carry 3 marks or what? 4 marks for information. Remember, we are going to see questions that will lead into quadratic. But these are algebraic questions, okay? In 10 years' time, that's future, okay? Let me write that. So I will say future, which is in 10 years' time. So I will have the mother here and her son. So in 10 years' time, a mother will be twice. So in 10 years' time, the mother will be twice, okay? Future, okay? Let's come to the present, yeah? But you're told if the sum of their age should be 60 years. See? Look at that. If the sum of their age will be 60 years. Look at that. Okay? If the sum of their age will be 60 years, then what are we going to do? There's not a problem. I can see there's no problem. Let's go ahead. You're told, look at this question. The mother will be twice, 10 years. So this future, if I want to come to the present, or how will I solve? You're told if the sum of their age will be, so I'll say 3x, where 3x comes from. Or let me say this. 2x plus x is equal to 60. So I'll have 3x is equal to 60 over 3 over 3 cancel. X1, x is change. X is equal to change. So this is 20 and this is 40. But remember, find the mother's age now. So the mother, this is 10 years in the future. So the mother will be, present age of the mother will be, present age of the mother will be 40 minus 10, which is that years. Why are we saying that? Because this is in the future. So the mother is 2x, 2 times 20, 40 minus 10, okay? So the mother will be that years. No, the mother is now that years old, okay? And she will be 40 years, 10 years in time, okay? Just understand. I can see that this problem with my voice because of some problems, okay? I have tonsillitis problems, guys. In our next class, God willing, we are going to see very complicated and complex question. Make sure you go with me, okay? Share this video with your brothers and sisters who are serving at home level. To people who are living in Nakuru, Kitale, Nyanyuki, okay? Just like the likes of Taita Taveta and the likes of the of what? Rectified count. Make sure you enjoy life, okay? Mathematics is very easy. I was seeing your comment, people are saying that they have started scoring mathematics A minus, and some of them have even started scoring mathematics A plain, okay? That's good news, by the way. And they were telling me, of course, they were actually taking advantage on these ongoing videos, and I'm sure 100% they will help you, okay? Until next time, I wish you what? I wish you cheers, okay? Pass my regard to your brothers and sisters who are taking advantage on this ongoing program. Until next time, I wish you the best.